Good morning. This is X-Pulse AI Morning Mix. It's Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. Today, Europe's AI Act grows real teeth, Microsoft leans hard into multimodal, and investors get freshly rewarded for big AI spending. I've got Orion with me. Ready to dive in?
Ready. Let's get right into it.
First up, Europe. What changed under the EU AI Act enforcement? Starting now.
CNBC reported on August 3rd that the European Commission's new enforcement powers are now in effect. The Commission can demand inspections of AI models, restrict market access, and issue fines up to 15 million euros, or 3% of global turnover, whichever is higher.
Who should feel most nervous about inspection language?
Major frontier providers, OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, and other global vendors selling into Europe. This increases the operational burden, documentation, evaluation evidence, and potentially letting regulators examine systems and safety processes more directly than many companies are used to.
Does this change product roadmaps or just legal budgets?
Both. Compliance work can slow launches, limit which features ship in the EU, and push companies toward region-specific versions. Also, the fines plus market restrictions combo means this isn't a parking ticket, it's a business model constraint.
Microsoft made a pretty bold claim. What did Satya Nadella say, and why does it matter?
Yahoo Finance reported on August 2nd that Nadella said, quote, "Every model is substitutable," as Microsoft highlighted an Azure catalog of over 11,000 models. That includes models from OpenAI, Anthropic, Mistral, xAI, plus Microsoft's own MAI family.
That sounds like a shift away from Azure equals OpenAI, right?
Exactly. Microsoft is positioning Azure as the neutral infrastructure and distribution layer. Pick your model, swap it out, keep the same enterprise controls. It's a message to customers. You can avoid vendor lock-in at the model layer, even if you commit to Azure.
Is substitutable true in practice or just earnings call poetry?
It's partly aspiration. Models differ in cost, latency, tool use, and safety behavior. But Microsoft's point is, with orchestration, routing, and evaluation, you can operationalize good enough interchangeability, and that's powerful for procurement.
So Azure's pitch is basically a model buffet?
Yes, and Microsoft wants to own the plates, the kitchen, and the health inspection.
Markets rewarded AI spending again. What did we learn from Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft earnings?
Yahoo Finance reported on August 3rd that shares of Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft jumped after updates pointing to strong cloud and AI-related revenue. The tone helped ease fears that massive data center and chip spend was turning into a money pit.
What's the signal for the rest of the industry? Start spending even more.
It signals investors are increasingly willing to fund the build-out. If companies show measurable returns, higher cloud consumption, better ad performance, improved productivity, or new paid AI products. The bar is moving from promise to proof.
And if a company can't show proof?
Then AI strategy stops being a magic spell. You'll see sharper questions on unit economics, inference costs, and whether customers are sticking after pilots.
So the vibe is fewer slide decks, more receipts.
Exactly. Wall Street is basically asking for the checkout screen.
Let's come back to Washington. What did the White House finalize on advanced AI oversight?
Politico reported on August 3rd that the White House finalized a voluntary oversight framework for reviewing advanced AI models and is preparing to brief leading developers on pre-deployment and post-deployment review. Officials described it as mostly light touch, aimed at safety and national security risks.
But it's not public yet.
Right. Politico noted the framework hasn't been released publicly. So we know the posture, voluntary, review-oriented, but not the specifics. What thresholds trigger review, what evidence is requested, or how they'll measure compliance over time.
Voluntary sounds optional. Does it still have teeth?
It can, indirectly. If the biggest labs participate, voluntary becomes the baseline expectation for responsible development, and it can shape procurement, contracts, and later legislation because it creates a template government can point to.
So it's the kind of optional that becomes mandatory by culture.
Exactly, the soft law phase before hard law.
Hiring fraud is getting weirder. What's this Deel acquisition about?
The Times of Israel reported on August 3rd that Deel agreed to acquire Tel Aviv startup Clarity, which builds identity verification and deepfake detection tools aimed at stopping fraudulent candidates in remote hiring. Deel says it strengthens its global payroll and HR platform. Terms weren't disclosed.
did we get any sense of price?
Israeli outlet Calculist estimated roughly $40 to $50 million. Not confirmed by Deel, but it gives a ballpark.
For listeners, what does Clarity actually detect? Video fakes, voice fakes, or the whole circus?
The focus is identity verification and deepfake detection. So think, checking whether the person on a call matches real identity signals and flagging manipulated media. The broader point is that Know Your Employee is becoming as real as Know Your Customer.
Remote work plus generative AI equals new attack surface.
Exactly, it's an arms race, except the weapon is a webcam.
Let's do a few rapid hits. First, AI and jobs, what's being reported?
GHack's Tech News reported on August 4th that Microsoft, Uber, and Commonwealth Bank cut thousands of customer service roles after deploying generative AI for customer interactions. It's one more data point that contact centers are where automation shows up first, because the work is high volume and measurable.
On the model front, Alibaba made noise. What's Qwen 3.8 Max?
Gizmodo reported on August 3rd that Alibaba unveiled Qwen 3.8 Max, a multimodal open-weight model it claims is competitive with leading Western models with up to 1 million tokens of context. Alibaba says weights are coming imminently, which could put more high-end capability into the open ecosystem.
Meanwhile, Congress is still arguing about rules, investors are doubting chips, and a security agent got paid. Plus a big drone deal. Give us the quick version.
The Washington Post, August 3rd, senators debated frontier AI regulation approaches, including duty of care ideas. Invez, August 4th, Michael Burry expanded bearish wagers against Nvidia and Micron, questioning durability of AI demand. CryptoRank, August 3rd, V12 raised $10 million after an agent won a $2.5 million bug bounty. Startbase, August 4th, XTEND and JFB announced a $1.5 billion Nasdaq deal.
That's XPulse AI Morning Mix from XPulse for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. If this helped, share it with a teammate who likes their AI news tight and useful. See you next time.